The Hulksters go to the beach and everyone is afraid of them. Skaar hits the ice cream stand while A-bomb cannonballs in the water. There's a shark, but he sends it away, but the people are still scared of them. He finds Crystal, and his heart melts in front of her as he imagines marrying her. She's not scared of him, and he introduces himself as Rick. She says that they are alike. Suddenly, an eerie figure comes out of the water and slams him away. It's an inhuman figure that summons a giant pet. They grab A-bomb and teleport away. Back at the base, Skaar tells the team what happened. They don't know who Fishman is, and Hulk tells them that Rick's gamma signature tracks to the Himalayas. They hurry to go there and take the jet. Meanwhile, Crystal fights for Rick and says that he can help them, but Rick is tied up in front of a bunch of Inhumans. Crystal defends him, but the others debate on what to do with Rick. They leave him to decide, and the team gets closer to the peaks, but they find another jet. It's not a jet, it's their reflection. They crash into an energy shield and theorize that they found the source. They can't smash or slash through it, so they decide to go under it to get to the other side and find Rick. Below, they find the hidden city of Attilan, where the Inhumans reside. They think they are being invaded, but Hulk explains that they're looking for Rick. The King, Black Bolt, orders his team to attack them, and a fight breaks out. Karnak takes out Red Hulk's gun, while Medusa takes care of She-Hulk. Skaar gets distracted by the puppy while fighting Fishman. Hulk smashes the ground, and the fight continues. He asks for Rick, but Black Bolt unleashes his power on them, and Hulk is taken right out. They are asked to surrender, but Hulk wakes up angry. He asks for Rick again, and Crystal returns to blow some sense into them. Rick finally arrives and calms everyone down. The Inhumans are still tense, but Crystal accuses Maximus of lying to create war with humans so he can use his weapons he's secretly building. He continues to lie, but Crystal speaks some sense into Black Bolt. Rick tells them that they can introduce them to the outside world, and Hulk apologizes for fighting. Black Bolt doesn't speak as his voice is so powerful. A single word can destroy the entire city. He decides that they'll stay separate from the world, and the team leaves. Maximus stirs some trouble into Black Bolt, and then gasses out the Hulksters. A-bomb rolls out and escapes, and Maximus continues heating things up. The team is captured while A-bomb sneaks with Crystal to save them. They're transported away and chained while they argue with each other. Hulk suggests they show them they're peaceful, and he tries to conversate with the Inhumans. They explain that they were a pre-human tribe that was given powers by an alien race. Humans evolved and saw them as monsters, waging war again and again, until Inhumans decided to hide out. Black Bolt decides not to execute the Hulkster, but to be forced to live here. Maximus argues, but he's given a stern warning. Meanwhile, A-bomb and Crystal are looking for the weapons that Maximus is secretly building. They are confronted by the rest of the Inhumans and accidentally press a button. It opens up the floor and reveals the weapons. Maximus backstabs them, and Black Bolt makes his final decision to confine the team. Hulk has enough and gets out to fight. He's done playing nice. Suddenly, the ground shakes, and everyone is on high alert. The massive gun erects, and they leave the team alone to deal with it. It is a gun that creates vibrational waves that will destroy all human life. It takes out the Hulksters with ease when they try to attack. They are all struggling, but the Inhumans are not affected. Maximus betrays them and covers Black Bolt's mouth. He flies in declaring war on humankind, with him reigning as Supreme King. The Hulksters manage to get up as the gamma inside them makes them better. They free the King and Queen, but they can't free his mouth. They continue to fight, but Maximus has the higher ground. Skaar sends Fishman into the air to fly into the ship. Maximus crashes and Rick tries to stop him, but Crystal saves the situation. Maximus escapes, but they open the ground below him. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is trying to destroy the Tesla rod. Red sends a man up to find a weak point, and they find it. They get to it and all attack until they finally destroy it, but things become catastrophic. Rick is with Crystal, who is in bad condition. He screams until she wakes up and gives him a kiss. Later on, Skaar pets the giant dog. Hulk gives Black Bolt advice and tells him to give the outside world a chance. He is freed from his gag and opens up the barrier as the people rejoice. A-bomb is happy that Crystal can visit him, but for now, they will be long distance. The team leaves, and everyone says goodbye. A-bomb runs his mouth as they leave, and it is now time for Maximus's sentence. They just allow him to casually escape, and he puts the barrier up again, permanently this time. The team notices and tries to destroy it, but they can't. Crystal calls Rick, and the Inhumans accept their fate. They are doomed to stay inside forever. Rick and Crystal share a moment together. Now, it is time for the grand finale. Black Bolt utters "Smash," and the entire wall is shattered. They are back together, and everyone here learns a lesson. We then start another day with the Hulk, who is visibly tired and wants to get some sleep, or else he will get cranky. However, the Hulksters have another say in this, as Skaar switches the light on and off, because it flushes the toilet. Red Hulk is infuriated by Skaar's shenanigans and fights him. A-Bomb is doing pranks on She-Hulk, and she has enough, and fights him as well. Hulk is done with all of this, and puts on calm music to sleep, but the Hulksters fighting reaches his bed, and he shouts angrily at them. Hulk then takes a jet, sets it to autopilot, and prepares to take a nap, only to be struck down from the sky by some kind of attack. The Hulk wakes up and picks himself off the ground, looking around him and realizing that this place seems familiar, even if he doesn't know where he is exactly. Then suddenly, as Hulk was walking by exploring, a giant pink monkey grabs him up and eats him. Hulk manages to escape from its mouth by punching his way out, and then proceeds to smash the monkey into oblivion. Hulk then realizes he is surrounded by more monsters and figures out that he is on an island called Monster Island, where they dump all the monsters that attack human cities. Hulk finds his homing beacon and uses it. Back in the Hulksters' home, the family is fighting for who gets to be on command when Hulk is not around, all for the sake of catching a goddamn cricket. Hulk, on the other hand, is scavenging for supplies and finds huge eggs in a nest before getting ambushed by a large turtle monster that wants to eat the eggs. Hulk fights it and wins before the eggs start cracking into little monsters that think Hulk is their mother. Hulk tries to get away from them, but they cling to him, and Hulk expresses how it is literally worse than back home. The Hulksters are still trying to look for the cricket, and they can't cooperate. They try to call for Hulk and find the comms down and think he turned it off himself, and losing hope before She-Hulk slaps some sense into them and tells them they have each other. Hulk is still on the island with the little critters, and they are starting to shed their skin to reveal different colors that remind Hulk of his family. Hulk thinks they are growing too fast and tells them to stop fighting and playing rough amongst themselves, kinda like the Hulksters back home. A huge jet then flies and stoops over the Hulk's location, with the Hulk thinking it is someone who heard his distress signal. He introduces himself as Archon the Hunter, and the one who struck down the Hulk's ship from the sky. Now he wants to hunt the little monsters with Hulk, and strikes Hulk with some kind of bolt. Hulk manages to get the little monsters away and beats the ever-living shit out of the hunter before he swipes Hulk away off his mount, and then starts looking for him, while Hulk reunites with the monster children. The Hulk family is seen smashing shit in their home, still looking for that damn cricket, but they finally realize they have to stick together, and so they cooperate by doing more unnecessary damage and blow shit up. Hulk, back on the Monster Island, is trying to take the monster children away, but they are lured and captured by Archon, and Hulk now has to run after the hunter to get them back. Hulk finds the little monsters in a cage, and as he is finding a way to get them out, he is captured by the hunter, who informs Hulk that he was never interested in him, but now that he learned so much about him, he became the greatest prey he ever hunted. The little monsters are obviously scared and afraid of what the hunter will do to Hulk. Hulk tries to bargain with the hunter to let the little monsters go in exchange for him, but the hunter makes fun of his intelligence, as he already secured 2 types of prey anyway. The hunter takes Hulk back on his ship and continues to talk down to him, while explaining how Hulk doesn't understand what the hunter has in store for the creatures. As another older creature roars from their cage, Hulk realizes that it is the little creature's mama, and she didn't come back because the hunter captured her. Enraged, Hulk hulks up and breaks his restraints to attack the hunter, only to get kicked and put in the cage with Big Mama in an instant. Hulk refuses to fight Big Mama, and the hunter is outside the cage monologuing about hunting heroes and conquering the world. Hulk dupes the monster into spitting acid and opening the cage for the monster children so that they enter and try to get Mama to step down and save Hulk. Big Mama realizes that it is her kids and reunites with them, while the hunter is seething outside the cage wanting them to attack. But Hulk and the monsters fight him instead and throw him into the hull of the ship, causing it to explode as they escape the catastrophe. They jump off the ship and find out they are closing in on a volcano, but the monsters help Hulk fly away to safety. They see the hunter has survived the crash but lost his weapon, so now he is hunted by the monsters. Hulk discovers one last mini fighter jet from his original crashed ship, and now he finally has a way to go home. When he gets there, he finds them getting along and asks why they didn't answer the distress signal that has been on for hours, to which they realize that this has been the joke box that A-Bomb used to prank the Hulksters at the start of the episode all along. They start to gang up and are ready to beat A-Bomb, but Hulk tells them he is not mad, and they should all get pizza, because family is family. The cricket episode was easily one of the weakest ones in this show. The subplot was a nothing burger, and the main plot was very tame and boring. The Inhumans episode was quite fun, however, and Black Bolt was awesome to see. This brings us to the end of today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this one. Your support helps us grow. And tell me, what do you think of these two episodes? Do you think this is the best representation of the Inhumans? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of them. And if you're watching till now, thank you. I'll see you in another video soon.